Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here for a second episode of Recipe for Disaster. Having taken a look around the game to start with in the previous episode and play through the first scenario in the campaign, we're today going to have a go at the second chapter in that campaign. Now, we are more or less where we left off in the last episode, and we will click into the new chapter quite soon. There's a couple of little things here I wanted to show you before we move on to that. And the first of which is, shall I get the guys moving? There we go. We're actually quite close to the end of the day. If we look down here, our restaurant closes at 9 o'clock. That's like 7 o'clock. But yeah, some people do take quite some time to finish their meals and get out. But what's happening here? I do wish I could rotate with the mouse. It's really frustrating me that I can't do that. You have to use the Q and the E keys. Yeah, that's just me. I've got two of my staff here, Paul Fernandez, and you can see actually the jobs he does, with one exception. If he's set to cleaning, you can't see that here, but you can see where he's working on particular objects. So yeah, you can see so he has a role as a server, kind of tending tables, and also in the kitchen, on the grill by the look of it. And that is Kirsten Boyd, who is basically a server, and also does some cooking. But yeah, if we go to cleaning, we can see that is, who is this? That's Catherine. Yeah, so Paul is our principal cleaner. But anyway, yes, so what they're doing here is they're talking, and you can see that there, because they are stood there nattering away. And also these little icons at the top here tell you what they're doing. Well, they don't tell you, but they do tell you, but not explicitly. So yeah, if you know what the icons mean. So Kirsten is supposed to be cleaning. Oh, so that's Catherine is cleaning. Kirsten and Paul are talking. What you can do, you can actually give a specific member of staff a particular job. So rather than waiting for them to realise they need to do something, like cook to fulfil an order or clean because the place is very, very dirty, you can click on them, and then using the right mouse button, like down here for example, I can say go clean, or I could just say move to that, and you'll then see a little yellow line showing them that they're going there. That's really nice. So that's handy to know. We have achieved all our objectives in this scenario, this first chapter of the campaign. So we will shortly... Well, we were offered, I think, weren't we, a chance to go into the next chapter when I achieved all these, but I decided not to. So we'll wait to the end of the day, because something useful happens at the end of each day. Come on, guys. Let's get there to the end, shall we? Yep, they're all going home. The restaurant is now closed. Gosh, it's 9:30. I suppose that's kind of realistic, isn't it, for a real restaurant environment? Oh, they seem to be... They're very jerky in their walking for some reason. Odd. Right, so this is the end of day review, which is quite handy. And one of the nice things it does, I have played on a little bit, I'll say that up front, is it compares today's results with yesterday's. So this is our first day, in fact, so there's nothing to compare it to, but we'll see that as we go through the next scenario. So the reviews are 67% positive and only 11% negative, which is good. And you can see here what people have been commenting about. So all those messages we got during the game are summarised here. So 2 people thought the volcano burger was disgusting. 4 people called it tasty. 5 people thought it was delicious. And we've got this. Yeah, it's a really nice kind of summary. So the place is clean, the place looks nice. Generally speaking, people are quite happy. Now, one good thing here is it says, it's summarising those comments that you might have missed during gameplay, which is quite easy, because there can be quite a lot of them. The volcano burger was cheap. The Joe and Fries was cheap. That suggests we could possibly charge them more for that. Yeah, nice to know. A summary of our finances. We did lose a lot of money because we had to sort of rebuild and put extra features and so on into our restaurant. So that's fine. The first day finances do tend to be a bit scary. Staff. They show a breakdown of what they were doing. Were they idle? Were they cooking, serving? Were they tired? I assume that means resting. Or were they cleaning? So you can see here the breakdown in what your staff are doing. So perhaps if you've got one or 2 members of staff who spend a lot of time idle, you might think to yourself, do I actually need them? Possibly not. And finally, the dishes where you made your money. So mostly we sold volcano burgers, but it was Joe and fries which were actually more profitable. In fact, the mega sloppy was more profitable. How would you use this information? Not sure. You could use it to rebalance your prices perhaps and see how that affects the customer experience, the customer response. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're not going to stay in Sloppy Joe's, we're going to move on to the next chapter in this story. So let's get back out from here to the main menu. So here on the main menu, we're going into a new game. We're going to continue with our campaign. Oh, and we have a 3rd level that's now open to us. When we started, we had only the choice of these 2 levels. Sloppy Joe's being the easier, obviously nice to ease you in, the beginner level. Family Business, we'll do that one in a second. And also Double Trouble. What could that possibly hold? Well, I'm afraid I'm not going to show you today. You're going to have to wait for that. We're going to go straight into a family business. And here's our introduction, the prologue to the family business scenario. And we have another inspirational quote, this time from Emerald Lagasse. I believe the cuisine is the most important link between nature and culture. Actually, that's quite good, that one. I like that idea. Yeah, expressing your cultural side, your artistic, your creative side, and also getting to know nature by eating it. Okay, good. That's fine. Okay. In this one, our situation is we start with £1,000 less. So our budget, I think in the last episode, was 5,500. Today it's only 4,500. Our starting popularity is appalling, 10%. We've got more difficult objectives to achieve here. These are more of a stretch. To serve 30 tables, make £1,800, and move from 10% to 45% popularity. We could get a bonus if we achieve 60%. Yeah, we could. We might. Who knows? But if we fall to 3% popularity, we will lose the scenario. So I'm not going to bother reading this for you. If you fancy it, you could read it while I've been talking in pause mode or whatever. But anyway, a quick summary. Your uncle and mentor has decided to trade in irate customers for a peaceful retirement, and he's left me, that's you, me, no, I mean me, the keys to his restaurant. What an opportunity! But as I stand outside the premises, the reality of the situation hits. You're alone, no grills, you have no idea what to do. Yeah, and basically searching on Google for how do I run a good restaurant isn't going to cut it. So let's actually see what family business holds for us. Okay, we start off with an error to start with. We cannot perform grill because we have no grill in our kitchen. We only have a stove, spin around a little bit, a stove and a couple of fryers. So the first thing we're going to need to do is a grill. Why do we want a grill? Because we have on our menu a grilled dish. I could take that off actually. That would save me money perhaps and replace it with something else that's fried. But let's not do that. Let's leave it like that, I think. We could edit the recipe. I'm not going to fiddle with the default recipes in the scenario. We'll leave them as is. We can play with recipes a little bit later. Now, to be honest with you, I have already played the scenario through, so I've got some idea of what the difficult bits are, what the challenges are, and what I need to do. The first thing I want to do, however, is put in some toilets, because customers do like taking a break during or just after their meal before they leave and pay you handsomely for giving them good service. So we're going to need to put some toilets in here. And we've also got 2 doors here. Do I need 2 doors? They are both two-way doors. Yes, they are. So customers can come in and go out through the same door. So why would we want 2? Also curious, this sign here, they queue up that way. I'm just wondering, would this be the best entry point? I have previously, when I played this through off camera, I did actually change the entrance to here. I have a feeling if I remove that door, that might work. That gives me more space to put tables in. Yes, I think that's a more convenient place for for a bit of a wall. There you go, that's a bit of a wall. So we've only got the one entrance now. So we're going to need some toilets. So I'm going to need to expand this somewhat. This shrubbery is in the way, so we'll get rid of you. Ooh, and get £5 back. Again, the perspective on this can be a little bit, well, I find it a little bit awkward placing things sometimes. So we're going to need some more wool. And we'll do it like this. So I think if I do that, will be sufficient, I think, for my 2 toilets that I want to put in. And nobody can get in. That's very true, they can't. Do I need all that space? We might as well make that all toilet. Yep, definitely. So we want a door in there. We'll just put in a door frame, I think. Yeah, so they can get in there. And I want actually a little bit more wall. But before I do that, let's actually paint it. Actually, what I think I'll do, because when I played this episode through off camera, it did take me quite some time to complete it. So what I think I will do, if you don't mind, so I'll put in some more tables, I'll put in some toilets, and I'll rejoin you once I've completed this little bit of renovation work. See you the other side of this sexy video effect. Okay, I think that should be good. I've remembered to put in the fire extinguishers. Again, as you saw in the last episode, and also when I played this level through off camera, fire is quite the hazard, and it can occur quite unexpectedly. So do remember to put the fire extinguishers in. You can put them in when the fire erupts. You can put them in immediately then. You can pause and do that, which is kind of a sort of cheaty kind of thing to do, I suppose. But if you remember to put them in beforehand, then you don't need to panic quite so much. Just let your staff get on with dealing with the situation. Our ambience level is looking good. The restaurant looks very smart indeed. Lots of green. Toilets, they're always a bit iffy, to be honest, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, at least outside the actual toilet itself, it looks quite pleasant, which is good. And the kitchen isn't quite as appalling as it often is. That brings me on then to the next part of this, is the staff. I have myself. I am quite good at grilling. Well, that's handy. Yeah, we've only got one grilled meal, and well, okay-ish at frying. But that's it. I cannot do oven or stove or chopping. So hopefully I have some applicants who will do that for me. Who have we got here? You're good at the oven. You hate the stove. You're not good at the stove. You're not good at the stove. Oh, you're quite good at the stove. Right, George Harrison. Any relation, I wonder? You're proactive. What does that mean? Will serve random tables if idling. Oh, that's a handy skill to have. Oh, you quite like serving, though, as well. Oh, it's going to be difficult. But we have got Yucky Ferguson. Was that Yuki? Who can do a grill as well. The stove as well. Okay, and you're quite cheap. So we'll hire a Yuki. Actually, what does that? Oh, doesn't like cooking meat dishes. Oh, frustration. No, but I'm afraid, yeah. Oh, it's so annoying. You're good at cleaning and serving and everything. Okay, we're going to hire George. You like serving. Oh, yeah, Richard, we can hire you. Philip. You're okay. You love cleaning. Tracy Barnes. That you're good at the grill. Actually, could do with someone who can fry. Yeah, nobody's particularly good at the frying machine. The deep fat fryer, that is. We could employ all these people. We could. Yeah, we need to get through serving customers quite quickly. So, okay, you love the stove. Philip Soto, you love cleaning. Yeah, we'll take you. We'll leave Tracy Barnes off for the moment. Okay, and we will edit the group so they wear the the standard Ajax uniform. There we go. If I save the group now, yeah. I posted a couple of pictures on the Discord server for the game, and people commented thinking that my staff were wearing a prison uniform. How very rude, I thought. But yeah, when you're not looking at them close up, when they're a bit more distant, this does look a bit like the American prison colour that you might see. Apparently it also appears in the Prison Architect game. But yeah, so take away from that what you will. Yeah. So is this a prison restaurant? I'm sure my staff love working here. Anyway, I think we're ready to go. So let's open up and see what happens. We're open. We need to assign people. So who have we got on the grill? Oh, I need to wait for you all to arrive, really, I suppose. Is that all of you? I think it is. Yep, they're all here. So I will do the grill, followed then by Yuki, and the stove. That could be George, and probably is that Yuki again? Yuki, yeah. And actually, the stove I think is where we produce most of our meals. Most of our meals involve boiling stuff. You hate doing it. Okay, I'll put me on that then. And the deep fat fryer. Nobody really likes doing it, so okay, that'll be me. Richard, and then George, and we'll duplicate that assignment to our second fryer. Okay, and serving tables. George, we'll put Richard on, and then Yuki, and then George, even though he's really good at it. And we'll duplicate this to all our tables. That is good. Okay, and finally cleaning. So we'll define an area for the kitchen. Just missed it. Let's define that again. I think that's it. Yep. And this will be George. You see, he'll end up doing everything, which could introduce another feature of the game, which we'll talk about as we hit it. And then you, and then Philip. Now, I've discovered that the default setting for cleanliness, 25%, isn't good enough. Things will get very dirty and people will notice, and I think dirtiness sort of tends to increase the chance of fire. I might be wrong on that. So I think it's always a good idea to raise this to at least 40%. I'm going to make it 45, I think, for there. And we'll do the same thing in the front of house as well. Did they say front of house in the restaurant business? I'm not entirely sure. You're doing theatres, I know that. But we'll leave it at 45 there as well. Okay, so that's the cleaning job done. So let's get on with this and see what turns up. We have spent 2,500 to put our restaurant in place. Why are they feeling sad? Nobody likes it. His team is too small. Empty tables. Yeah, well, okay, you've only just opened. Let's get the game running a little bit faster, shall we? Do we have our first customer? Ah, we do. Come on in, sir. Oh, we don't actually have a single table, do we? Or a single cover table. Well, that's okay. We'll be okay, I think. We've got two seats there. So Adam is cooking. Oh, he didn't like doing that. Oh, is that because he didn't like doing that for some reason? Not quite sure why. Do we get to see his thoughts? This place is squeaky clean. Empty tables mean less money. Ah, that's right. Now this is a stress indicator, I believe. And talking of stress, you see the icons, the picture panel of all our staff at the top here. The background for that will go down. That sort of pale yellowy orangey colour at the back. That goes down as they become tired and they need to take a rest. But to the left of that is this bar here, and that's their stress bar, which, as you can see at the moment, is empty. And also just below it, if you can make it out, are little arrows. They're blue going down, which means their stress level is decreasing. Now, it's quite likely that one or more of my staff will get stressed during the day. and there'll be a red arrow going up, and this bar will go increasingly red. Okay, I had a new request in here. Now, this is something new that we first see in this episode. It didn't occur in the last one. None of my favourite dishes were on the menu, says Wayne. He wished they had grilled smoked salmon in the menu. There's an option here to add that recipe. So let's do that. We'll get out of there and we can edit it for greater value. So let's go into the... Did it not take me into the menu editor? I thought it did. Oh well, never mind. Come out of there. We'll go back in here. No. Press the... Sorry, I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons. That's what I want to press. Grilled smoked salmon. So this is it. Just salmon on a grill. That's not terribly appetizing, is it? So what can we do to this to improve it? To make it better? Smoked salmon. Lemon. Do you put lemon on a salmon? I think you probably do. So we'll grill it with lemon. And that makes it decadent and sour. I think the decadent probably comes from the salmon rather than the lemon. We could put something, a little bit of parsley perhaps? Yeah, let's do that. A little bit of parsley on there as well. And what should we serve it with? Pasta and grains. We could, I think, yeah, we're not making much use of, breadcrumbs. Can we put breadcrumbs on there as well? Yes. Yeah, this is going to be quite an exotic recipe, this. And we're going to serve it with fruit and vegetables. Oh yeah, the potato fries. That's it. We're going to fry those. So put them on the frying pan. So put you there. And that will come together. Now, one thing you can do, which I've had a look at some other recipes that other players have been sort of proposing and giving ideas for. What you can do is you could put this in this place here, or you could have preparation, for example, chopping up all your ingredients. If you wanted to make a vegetable stew, for example, you chop them up and then boil them together, for example. So you might have here, I could deep fry my breadcrumbs if I wanted to. So you could have chopping, preparation, frying, boiling, and that would then all go onto the grill or into the oven if you're making a pie, for example, and then finally you would plate the whole thing together. So you've got lots of steps you can put in here. So this is actually quite a sophisticated recipe menu management system, as it turns out. But I'm going to keep it simple. And it's going to look a bit like fried goods. No, fish and chips, I think. Something a bit like that, but fancier, obviously. And we need to save this. There you go. Oh, and I nearly forgot my storage. Yes, I need to set this up. So what I'll do is I'll set up my minimum storage requirement for each of my ingredients in just the recipes that I'm using. So I'm ignoring all the ingredients I'm not using for recipes. So I'll run through this and I'll rejoin you once I've put all these up. Oh, before I do though, one final thing to say on this. Hold the shift key down and it increments or decrements by 10. So if you've got a fairly big requirement for a particular ingredient, you can quickly increase that number. You can't type it in though. No matter. Right, I'll see you in a second. Right, so that's all my ingredients set up, my minimum storage requirement for those. Oh, we've got another guest coming in. Excellent. Actually, what are our general thoughts? Oh, we've only had one guest so far. Difficult to judge then. Right. George Harrison didn't do very well cooking whatever it was he was cooking then. It's fine. Oh, more guests coming in. Yeah. Couple of gentlemen. And what are they having? Grilled salmon. Oh, and the tasty clams. Splendid. Why are we not cleaning this table? Adam Slade performed exceptionally well while cooking, which should make the quality of the food go up. That's good. Yeah, you see people love going to the toilet. Okay, now what I'm going to do, because this scenario, I think, well, I seem to be taking quite some time to sort it, so it takes a couple of days at least for me to run through this scenario. What I'm going to do... Ooh, a 4-star review. I'm going to run through this quite quickly, And when it gets to the next interesting or significant point in the story, I'll come back to you. So I'll just flip forward a little bit as things just progress through today. And we have a fire. Adam slayed probably so badly while cooking, a fire started, but at least they've dealt with it. You may notice that my rating has gone down from 10 to 5%, which is horrifying. They don't like the food for some reason. Yuki appears to be one of my problems in performing poorly at cooking. But I'm not sure I can replace her. That's the trouble. I've only got Tracy Barnes here. And she's not terribly great at cooking either. If we look at Yuki... oh, it's because she's an animal lover. That's... okay. Yeah, I think we need to employ Tracy. She's connected and she's a kleptomaniac. Oh, receives a discount on ordered ingredients. Oh, that'd be... But she will steal them from time to time. I don't care. I need you. Come and join the team, Tracy. And we'll get meat-loving Yuki off the cooking thing. There you go, in your smart new uniform. Apparently, this looks like a prison outfit from this distance. Oh, actually, while I'm at this distance, can I show you something? If you go F10, you go into UI free mode. And in fact, it toggles between 2 or 3 different states, so you can see who's doing what, and just the icons, or you can have the whole user interface, or no interface at all. So if you're looking for screenshots, F10, that's your friend. There's another mode as well, which is F2, which is a kind of a free-floating camera, where you can move. You can't move around, but you can zoom out. Or you can use the WASD keys to move around. If I press F10 again, see, it combines, so you can see the whole town. It's not a very big town, but there you are. You can see your environment. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the game as it goes through early access, whether this townscape changes, what additional features they might build into it if you get a bigger townscape. We shall see. It might already be in the early access game, I don't know. So I'm only on the 2nd chapter of our campaign so far. Let's get the UI back so I know what I'm doing. Right, so we need Tracy to do something. So let's look at the grill here. Tracy, yeah, you can do that. And Yuki, no, we won't have you on the grill. We'll take you off entirely. On the stove, we can put you on there. That might work for us. I'm not convinced though. The trouble is my alternative, Richard Hunter, hates it. Alright, we'll leave you off. Okay, on the fryer, nobody's terribly good, but Yuki doesn't work on that anyway, so that's alright. Okay, let's see if that helps. It's got 5% popularity. This is outrageous. If I go 2% down, I will lose this scenario. We don't want that, do we? What do you mean, yes? Oh, level up! Now, again, another new feature that we've not seen in the previous scenario. There's you may have seen it, I passed over it when we were looking at particular members of staff and their attributes, is this XP. You need to gain 27 more to advance to the next level, or 30, or 30, or whatever. Or 26 for cleaning, 20 for charisma, 30 for serving. I'm not quite sure how the XP system works, where they get it from. Is it the number of times they perform a task? It could be. I mean, that's kind of how it works in, for example, Tavern Master, which I'm also playing. Or is it to do... I don't know. It'd be interesting. If you have any ideas, then do let me know in the comments box below. That'd be lovely. Right, so he is levelling up. This is his serving skill. Ooh, so low fire. Okay, reduces the chance of appliances catching fire when cooking. He does do a little bit of cooking, I think, doesn't he? Where is he? Richard. You do a little bit of cooking, but you're mostly serving and cleaning, I think. Okay, we'll lower the stress of people about to reach breaking point. That'll be useful, actually. A calming presence. He's already got 2 level charisma. Yeah, we'll make him a calming presence, I think. That'll be good. Now, you can see here his salary, 233. And that can... there can be an impact on that when they level up. They may, because they now have more skills, may want a higher salary. But you can't tell that from here. You need to go into the full staff panel here. And you can see down here their salary is currently 233. But based on his skills, a fair salary will be 253. Yeah? It'll be. I don't know what happens if they'll get annoyed with the fact you're not paying them enough. There probably is a mechanic for that, and that would tell us. But if you want to preempt it, I'll give you a new. I'll increase your salary because you're better at calming people. But I don't want to give you that much. So plus and minus, or you can type straight in here. So I'll actually give you 53. Simple as that. There you go, 53. So you've got a bit more in your pay packet, but that's it. Not the full whack. The Yuki was rude. Ooh, I'm down to 4%. Oh no! Am I going to lose this scenario already? This is no. Oh, that was it. The end of the day. Oh, that's something, I suppose. We'll start afresh tomorrow. This is not looking good though. Oh, look at this. Equal split between positive, neutral and negative. Oh heck. Popularity 5%. No. The place looks nice and Richard Hunter is fast. It's relatively clean. Yuki could be fast. Ooh, the smoked salmon was cheap, so perhaps I could make that more expensive. People are being rude. Average prices. And yeah, not great. We didn't have that many customers, to be honest. And the finances, yeah, we made £500 today, and that's it. 80 of which was from deleting a wall or something, or removing the door probably. But not good. But that's typical for first day, as we've seen before. Staff. Okay, Yuki did a lot of serving and cooking. Philip was mostly cleaning. That's fine. Ooh, Trace. She wasn't here for most of the day. That's okay. That's all right. A bit too much idleness, perhaps, but there's not a lot we can do about that at the moment, I think. And we sold. Oh, the salmon really took off. 30%. Wow. Okay. Could I make the chicken leg better? I probably ought to, actually. So let's see if we can improve that recipe for the chicken. Where's the chicken? Grilled chicken leg. Yeah, let's serve it with something else. Let's serve it with chips, of course. Everything has chips. That's a deep fry, and it is a vegetable, apparently. There it is, potato fries. You can go in there. Yep, that is fine. We'll save that. Shall we add a new recipe? I could do that. So let's create a new recipe. Let's create a vegetarian thing, shall we? What shall I call it? We'll call it the Ajax Veg Surprise. And it's going to be... what shall we put in here? It could be I'd like to use the... Can you grill vegetarians? You can, I suppose, can't you? What we could do is we can sear. That's a stove operation, I think. So we could sear some carrots. I've no idea what I'm... Oh, and some onions. Yeah, that's good. Actually, let's take the carrots out of there. So just searing the onions. And yeah, and we will then fry. That's it. So the onions, it is that, I think. Yeah, that will go into deep frying. That's it. So it's like a flow chart, basically, kind of thing. And we will then add to that some asparagus. Why not? Some carrots. This is... Actually, I could boil this, couldn't I, actually, rather than deep frying. I've deleted it entirely. That was foolish of me. Right, let's boil this. Actually, we might put the onions directly onto there. So we will... Oh, okay, you don't want to move. So we will boil our carrots and our asparagus. What else? That will do, probably. Yeah, for that. And what shall we serve it with? In a bun or some pre-cooked rice? Pasta sheets. Dried spaghetti. Yes, we'll boil that as well. So that's good. So you're boiling that, and you're going straight through. Okay, so the seared onions are going straight through to that. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. So this will look a bit like simple pasta. That's fine. So the sear... Oh, the boil. That needs to go there as well. Yep. So it does both those. This is nice. All right, we'll save that. That's fine. Now, does the storage need to be adjusted? Oh yeah, asparagus. Don't have any of that, so we'll add these to our minimum order requirement. Yep, that's all done. Okay, do I need to do anything to the restaurant? No, apart from... Why is my food storage? Oh, because it's empty. That's why it's flashing. That will be sorted when I get the next delivery, which should arrive before the first customers do. Okay, we are looking poorly. 4%. Can I recover this for today? Actually, do I have any more staff applicants? Oh, I do. Excellent. Oh, Jessica, you look good. Fryer and grill. Right, we're going to hire you. And I'm afraid we're going to fire Yuki. So, Jessica. Oh, you're a kleptomaniac as well. Okay, never mind. That's okay. Stove. Who have I got on who's good on the stove? Ooh, nobody, but Christina is. And she loves doing it. Aaron as well. Aaron is cheaper. But Christina loves chopping as well, the countertop, so that might come in handy. We don't have an oven. Ooh, you're really good at the stove. But you're reasonably expensive. No, we've got enough servers, I think. So I think we'll go with Aaron. Yeah, hi Aaron, welcome to the team. We'll leave it like that, and hopefully being so overstaffed won't be a problem. Right, let's get the day running. Open the restaurant. Loads of stuff. Right, let's have a look at this. So, the grill. Oh, Jessica is better at this. In fact, we're all good at this. Oh, we'll put Jessica there. Actually, no, I'll do the grill. We've got Tracy, and actually, if we put, yeah, who's that? Jessica in there because she loves it, and then Tracy. That's good. And on the stove, we'll put Mr. Robertson, our new employee. Okay, and then George, Jessica, perhaps. Okay, and on the fryers. Oh, Jessica's really good at this as well. She's so good at so many things. But actually, yeah, if I put you there, I'll take George off there, I think, and put in me, Adam. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll duplicate you to there. Right, let's see if my new staff can make that much of a difference and get me out of this scenario. I need to get above 4%. Because if I hit 3, I will lose this chapter. We don't want that. I've served 15 tables. I'm halfway to actually getting... Actually, there's a point. I'm not sure. Is it the number of tables or the number of covers? good question. I'd like it to be clear on that. Oh, hang on. This is, again, something new that's happened. Someone's walked in to the restaurant and they're waving at me with a starry expression on their face. Who are you? You are... I don't know who you are. Now, the thing here is we can now talk to this person and give them a job, because that's what they're doing. They're waving at me saying, hi, I'm really skilled at something, but I don't know what. I don't know what, because they don't appear in here, to my knowledge. They are just random people turning up. And so I'm going to pick someone to talk to them. It should be me, of course, because I'm in charge, but let's Jessica do this, because she's got a better charisma skill. So let's watch this engagement. Oh, it's Matthew Shaw, 5 years of experience, and I'm very well rounded. Do I want to hire them or not? Can I negotiate the salary? No, 216. Okay. When I tried this before, one of the people who wanted work, actually their requirement for salary went up, which wasn't good. Oh, okay, we'll hire you, Matthew. Right. So who is Matthew? What's he good at? I've got so many stuff. Oh, look at that! 3 on everything. Oh dear me. Who are we going to put out of work here then? Right. On the grill. We've got 3 people there with 3 level 3. Okay, we could put you here. Jessica's doing enough already. Put you in there. And on the fryer, we'll take Richard Hunter out of that and put Matthew in on that. Okay, that's excellent. I'll just check my cleaning schedule. So who have we got doing the cleaning? No, that's good, I think. That's fine. And likewise for cleaning area 2. No, that's okay, I think. We're good for that. Right, we have got too many staff, basically. Oh, people are liking the food. Okay, let's see what happens next. Uh-oh, I'm at 3% popularity. I've got some discounted ingredients. Again, I don't know which ones they are. I've not yet found any indication on here of what is discounted, if anything. I've no idea. It'd be nice to know, rather than just randomly picking things. Right, now, we need to improve this. Let's carry on and hope. Oh, stove has gone. Restaurant's on fire. Jessica, they're all performing badly. Don't understand why. But at least we put the fire out quite quickly. Oh, I've gone up to 4%. Right, we're getting better. Hopefully. Oh, someone else has leveled up. This is good. Who is this? This is Philip Soto. His cleaning skill has increased to 3. That's good to know. Chatterbox. Lone Wolf. Add 10% to their stamina recovery. That's not a big issue. Or take Chatterbox, I think. So if he's taking a break with somebody else, he will make them feel better, which is fine. No! Oh! Okay, so we failed. We have failed at this level. Right, so I think I'll bring this episode to a close here. This is so sad. No, I've done it so well before. It's just the wrong staff, I think. It's the wrong staff with the wrong assignments, or what? Something's going on here, which I wasn't paying attention to, perhaps. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Recipe for Disaster. As you can see, it was a disaster. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs up button. If you've got anything else to say, any hints or tips would be gratefully accepted. Or anything you feel like saying about the game, the way I'm playing it, anything at all, then please do just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these, hopefully more successfully, or indeed any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Recipe for Disaster. Until the next time, bye bye for now.